Do you have any more drink tickets? Um, give me a couple. Oh, no, just one. Check, check. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me back there? Awesome, awesome. Hey, let's get this party started, you guys. Before we start, though, I've got a request. I've got to ask a favor. There are some vehicles that are parked right behind me in this parking lot, and they don't have access to the doors that they need to get to. So if you're parked behind the building here, please move your vehicles. Another thing while we're talking about parking, please don't park in front of the bicycle shop. They are our neighbors, and we want to be courteous to their business. So if you would, remove those vehicles from there and the bike shop if you're over there. So let's get started. My name is Joe Marino. I'm the race director of the TBK Quad Cities Marathon. Yep, thank you. I have been for 55 years, and God, it feels like it, believe me. But a great 55 years. So thank you all for being here. I want to acknowledge some key people that are here today. Starting off with my assistant race directors. To my left is Mike Mallon, and these guys are amazing. Whitney Bell, amazing people. They are the future of this event, so be nice to them. Also, I'd like to acknowledge my marathon committee. If you're on, raise your hand. Thank you all, you guys. Thank you all. Also, my bosses are here, so we're gonna keep it very clean. My board of directors and the chairman of the board, Tanya Kepi, is here. I saw, where's he at? Where's our other board of directors? Where are they? They're so short. Oh, Ben's not. Ben Lloyd. Gosh. Where's Todd Rosenthal? See, he's really short. Are you standing up? Well, thank you all. Thank you for everything. I want to remind everybody, if you're a sponsor, if you would please sign in the clipboard back there so we can acknowledge you here shortly. So please sign in, make it legible. I have a hard time with that. Also, we're live streaming today, so if though our friends back home that couldn't make it, hopefully they can see that. Compliments from JR. JR, our professional photographer. You always do a terrific job. Thank you for doing that. Thank you. So let me start off by introducing and thanking our host today from Crawford Brew Works. Ian Frank has been an amazing partner of ours. Not only has he been with us from the beginning, he was a board of director, he was on the committee, he handled the elite running program for over 20 years. Part owner of this facility here, just an awesome guy. Ian Frank, where are you? Ian, thank you so much.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks for everybody coming out today. We really appreciate it. This is a very unique event in the Quad Cities, right? So it's unifying throughout all 4 cities, and it really is all 5 cities. It is really a special event. It's grown over the years. It has such a solid foundation of participants, of volunteers, board members. There's a lot of continuity, and when you have that, it's a recipe for success, right? So there's no question this is by far and away one of the, if not the best event in the Quad Cities. A lot of hardworking folks that put in hours. Really appreciate it. Thanks for coming to Crawford Brew Works. We've been in town for 7 years. We've opened a kitchen now. We've got some key folks here. JJ Zavala is our kitchen manager. Tari Fisk is our event manager. Jamie Lynn is our general manager. Scott Shar is our brewer. They're all here today. They're all supportive of the marathon. thank you so much. We really appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to the mayor of Bettendorf. And Mayor Gallagher, I believe he's got 14 years under your belt here. Yeah, so what a long tenure. Congratulations.
Thanks, Ian. Thanks to the folks at Crawford for the invitation to be here once again. It's an honor and privilege to represent all of the mayors of the Quad Cities today. Everybody's got something else going on, lots of different meetings happening, so I'm very pleased to be able to be here in the city of Bettendorf to welcome you all here to Crawford Brew Works and to say thank you to the committee, to Joe, to all of you who put on the marathon. Thank you to the volunteers who worked the marathon, and most importantly, thanks to all of you who run in the marathon and the assorted other things you'll hear about today. We really appreciate the fact that this is a cool thing, creative thing that happens in our region to bring others to the Quad Cities. It brings prosperity. It's a great event. Please, if you're not involved, and I know everybody here is involved one way or another, but those at home, make sure you get out and support the marathon, get along the route and clap. Let's make sure that our visitors feel very welcome in the Quad Cities and on the Arsenal. It's an honor and privilege to be here again to represent those mayors of the other cities and the folks on the Arsenal. Thanks to everybody who does such a great job. We're looking forward to another great marathon.
Thank you, Mayor Gallagher. Thank you so much. Bettendorf does a terrific job. Everything we ask of their municipality for this event, you've always stepped up, so thank you, Mayor, and your team. Next, I'd like to introduce to you Dave Harrell from Visit Quad Cities. I mean, talk about a cheerleader for the Quad Cities region. This man does it. He represents us so well, and we're so honored to have you here today, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Mayor, he did not steal anything. Mayor Gallagher is an amazing cheerleader. No, he did not. I love coming to this press conference because it's honestly the only press conference that I get to be a part of where I can actually drink a beer, right? And my board chair, my boss is right here, Maria Ontiveros. She's having a beer, so cheers. So just a couple things from our perspective. And indulge me, Joe. Joe, you're not paying attention. So I had to, you can go sit down now. I just wanted to make sure you're paying attention. So I had to head over to Chicago last night for a meeting, and it was an up and back, and got back early this morning. And Phil, don't judge me, but I heard an Ed Sheeran song, all right? And it was Ed Sheeran's Castle on the Hill. Raise your hand if you heard of this song. Come on, all right, only a few people. And what's interesting about this song is, to me, like, everybody can interpret like lyrics and stuff. It's all about home. And what I think Joe and Whitty, Mike, our board, the team, what they're trying to do is make our place a better home. And they're doing this by this wonderful fabric of our community, and has been for many, many years. And it really does take a lot of people to pull it off. But I think at the end of the day, all they're trying to do is make the Quad Cities a better place to live. And sometimes we forget that because we get swept up in, the tourism element, the brand visibility of the marathon, the healthy lifestyles, all of the things that this wonderful community asset does for our region. But I think at the end of the day, all we're trying to do is just make this place a better place to live. I want to give a shout out to John DeDonker and TBK, and certainly all of the sponsors that help invest in this event. Sponsors do not grow on trees, and for the business community to be able to step up year after year and support this event, I think means a lot. I also want to thank Ian. This is just a wonderful venue to be able to host this press conference. Selfishly, tomorrow we'll kick off Craft Beer Week, so raise a glass to that. Come back to Crawford many, many times and support Ian and the team. But Visit Quad Cities loves this event. We believe in this event. We know how special it is. All the volunteers, the participants, the sponsors, the cities that work together collaboratively to make this thing happen every year. It's very unique. It is nationally recognized. and it takes a lot of hard work to pull it off. So, Joe, cheers to you and your team. Congratulations. Looking forward to the marathon once again this year. Cheers.
Thank you so much, Dave. Really appreciate those kind words. I want to acknowledge a couple more people, too, before I forget, and that is we have 10 individuals that have run all 27 TBK Quad Cities marathons, all 20. And there's 3 of them here today, the Thompson twins and Cindy DeWolf. You guys, those. Many people participate every year, but to do the full distance, the full marathon, there's 3 of them right there, the road warriors. And also, I'd like to acknowledge, we talked about Ian Frank and the 20-some years that he handled the elite runners perfectly for us, very professionally. Here with us today is Matt Jackson, who's taken that responsibility over. So, Matt, thank you so much. By the way, this guy, he's a professional athlete in the triathlon and the Ironman competition. So we know a professional, and that's him right there. So we're so proud of him. I do, thank you for signing in. We have a lot of sponsors that are here today, and I'm going to hold back on the sponsors that are going to say a few words, but a lot of sponsors here today. So I'd like to acknowledge Jake Adrian with Edward Jones, Nonstop Race Management, Origin Design, Zimmerman Honda, and gosh, did I mention, yeah, and you know what I did wrong is I didn't mention your names. So they're here somewhere. By the way, I appreciate you all being here. Moving on, I'd like to, you know what, we're here to know what's new and what's going to remain with the TBK Quad Cities Marathon. And I think it's time we do that. So I'd like to introduce to you my right-hand man, one of the 2, and that's Mike Mellon, my assistant race director. Mike?
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it. Just want to harken back to something that Dave mentioned about this being home. We came here, my family came here 18 years ago to move for work, and I can tell you so many people in this room I got to know through running, and this truly is home, and one of the reasons it's home is because of this event. And it was one of the first things that I latched onto when we got here. We got involved with it, not only from running, pacing, but Joe's a big part of that. So, yeah, exactly what Dave said. This is a big aspect of home. So I want to share 2 things with you today. First, share a little bit about the participation and how we're doing. Second, I want to talk about, as Joe mentioned, a couple of things that are coming up. So participation-wise, great news. Participation for the whole TBK Bank Quad Cities Marathon weekend up 5% compared to the previous year. So great news there. The Mel Foster Co. Half Marathon, more great news, up 6% year over year. The X-Pac 10K in its 2nd year, and Amy Schaefer's out there, she's running the X-Pac 10K for 25% year over year. So Amy's doing a great job and helping. And if you don't event, you get to start at the 20-mile point of the marathon and run the last 10K. Our Metrolink shuttle gets you right out to Rock Island Arsenal at that 20-mile point. Super unique event and another reason to participate in the marathon weekend. We've got the Group O 5K. Our Group O's new with the 5K this year. More than 700 runners and walkers in the 5K, making it one of the largest 5Ks in the Quad Cities. So we're excited about that. Rock Valley Marathon Relay. So Rock Valley Marathon Relay, more than 500 participants, more than 100 teams. It is a huge event. We have so many folks that have such a great time getting teams together for that. And we want to thank our Metrolink shuttle again, getting all those participants out to 4 different exchanges on the course. Huge effort. They do it professionally and safely every year, so thanks to them. Our Saturday events. the Rudy's Taco 1 Mile, and the Happy Joe's Micro Marathon, also growing. And last year, for the first year, we were at Bass Street Landing for that, and Stony Creek Inn for our expo, and folks had a great time. We got a lot of positive feedback, how it was fun to be out there right next to the river having those events. So we're looking forward to having them there again this year. So summing that one up, there's an event for everybody. So if you have an opportunity, don't talk just about a marathon, the TBK Bank Marathon, the Mel Foster Half Marathon. We've got something for everybody over the weekend. So what's new? 2025. So 2025, you're going to see us partnering with Rock Island Arsenal, 250th anniversary of the U.S. Army. Colonel Joe Parker there has been amazing in his partnership with us to help us make the event even bigger and seamless on the Rock Island Arsenal. Timing partner. We have a new timing partner. Joe mentioned their name. It's Nonstop Race Management, and Steve Freshley is back. Steve, you want to raise your hand? So we're excited about partnering with Nonstop this year, not only to time the event, but to enhance our participant experience. You're going to see some unique things coming out this fall when you're at the race, and we're looking forward to a great partnership with Steve. As far as the courses, so one thing I want to point out about our course, and you all know it because you're here every day, the river views. We take it for granted. We bike out there, we walk out there, we take the Channel Cat, we commute to work, we see the river every day. Folks, people come to the Quad Cities to experience running our race and get views of the Mississippi River. So it's amazing. That's what folks talk about when we're out of town. They want to come and they want to see the Mississippi River, and we have that. So let's play that up. Let's make sure that we know that folks enjoy our course. Going to have a couple of course challenges this year because of some good construction projects in the Quad Cities. But thanks to our municipalities, Mayor Gallagher for Bettendorf and all of our other cities, they're helping make that seamless as possible. So last, live stream. Last year was the first year we had a live stream of the finish line. Want to give a shout out to J.R. Howell. J.R. set us up with a live stream. So you may ask, like, what's the big deal on that? Well, it's the first time that friends couldn't make it to the race. They could watch live on YouTube, and you can go out there right now and see it. Every participant who finished on Sunday, any one of our Sunday races, you could see them finishing on the live stream. So super exciting. We had a couple of TVs in our Nature's Treatment post-race party, and folks could watch the live stream there while they were enjoying the post-race party. One last thing that I'll share about that. If you haven't had a chance to see the finish of a marathon, and we're talking about like hour 5 up to hour 6, I encourage you to go back, take a look at that. Hour 5, hour 6, there are folks that have been out there a long time. But what I'll close with is, what you really want to look at is check out our race director and how our race director treats those 5 and 6 hour marathoners. You know, the early folks are getting the high five, everybody's celebrating their fast times for the day. Joe is there right in that 5 and 6 hour time frame, making that experience for those 5 and 6 hours finishers as special as it was for the folks that are setting records and setting PRs. So that's your race director. All right, let's turn it back to Joe so we can get to the good stuff of and shirts.
The shirt, the medal, and the poster. The shirt is, Chuck, oh, it's working. Thanks, Mayor. He does more than run a city, this guy. Very talented. So, Woody, my assistant race director, where are you, Woody? Yeah, watch your beer. So, this is what the shirt looks like for this year. So, Woody, give us a spin. And they're covered up by a jacket. Yeah, take that jacket off. There you go. As you know, we always offer the female cut version, and then there is the unisex version. So it's always, the design's always changing. That's a Leslie Jordan shirt, comes from Portland, Oregon. We're so proud of their work with us over the years. So that's the shirt. Next is the poster. So let's do. And we're going to have these on display. Come up and look at all 7 medals that we're going to be offering for all 7 events. But these are the medals. They're really cool. They're nice, big, heavy, thick medals. They have our sponsors' names on them. It's really cool. You'll love these medals, and we're real proud of those also. I mean, we're very fond of the offer every year. And you can't cut corners with stuff like that because people know that. You know, in the end, it's like, well, that's okay. No, we want better than okay. And last but not least that we're unveiling here, every year, as you know, we have a different Quad City artist, and this is Leo Kelly. You might have seen him on stage with not a bass guitar, a guitar.
Guitar.
Yeah, for what band?
Wicked Liz and the Belly Swirls.
Yeah, so he's with the band, and now we can say we're with the band. So you don't have to pay to these venues when you go watch them. You're with the band. What? Yeah, I know it. So anyway, Leo, thank you so much. Every year we have a different artist, Quad City artist, design, create our posters. So this year, Leo and his granddaughter, what's her name? Ada are going to unveil this. And so it's always different. So it's a different angle this year. As you know,
I think, is this the first time we have a dinosaur on a Quad City Marathon poster?
it is. It's the very first time. And wait a minute. The reason why, let me tell them the story. The reason why there's a dinosaur in this poster is years. Where's Amy at? Schaefer. You crazy people. They get a boat and they get this huge dinosaur costume and they're running up and down the river as the runners are running by. And people talk about that. So thank you guys for doing it. So let's unveil this. Drum roll, please. There you go. Everybody gets this poster. Check it out. And if you look closely, there's some interstate road warriors in there. And Leo, you put my big noggin in there also. That's where I wish I had a toupee, times like this. A wig, yeah, anything. But there's a lot of interesting people in there, and you'll notice them. I see Phil Young from here.
Witty? Tell him. Witty, John DeDonker is in there. Alf is in there, if you remember Alf from the 80s. And a few Elvises. Who else do you see?
Where's Phil?
And we have a mustache version of Phil Young.
Thank you, Leo. Really appreciate your work on this. Thank you. Thank you. So ome on, let's talk about where are we going to be? We've been at different locations before. Whitty, can you enlighten us our home base this year and why?
No, I need that. I would like to thank Beth. These are your cheaters from last year's wine event, so I'm still using them. I'm at the age where I get readers all the time. So, really good feedback that we had for Stony Creek Inn for our expo. It worked out really well. It was the cozy vibe for sure, kind of family style, I would say. So we're back there again, which I'm excited about. We're going to have more space outside as well. Speaking of the wine event and these cheaters, I'm going to take Joe's thunder. He's this later, but this will be our 5th year for Whitty's Wine Down. It's going to be Thursday, September 25th, and I was just running some numbers last night via while we were on a meeting about this, and in the last 4 years, we've raised over $20,000. So it's pretty sweet. I think that's all I have to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're out of here. All right. Almost done, you guys. So bear with me here. Next, some key people here behind us. But, our beneficiaries, every year, I believe every race should have a purpose, a cause, and we do. Our beneficiaries are zero prostate cancer. So we support the Prostate Cancer Initiative, and by funding them with over $100,000 in the last few years. That's amazing. Second, we have outfitted over children with a brand new pair of running shoes. So compliments to our sponsors, Phil at Fleet Feet and ASICS. Also, the Charity Bib program. Talk about programs. What a great event or opportunity that is to raise funds. If you're in your nonprofit, in your organization, raising money, here is a perfect example. Last November, Necker's Awards ceremony, we handed out $35,000 in checks to local nonprofits. So we're doing, with all of your support, all of our wonderful sponsors, we're doing some great things by raising money through the Charity Bib program and through all of the runners involved. But here's an organization coming up. Camp Shalom is here. How they raised $10,000 using our vehicle as a fundraiser. Introduce yourself.
My name's Natalie Murphy.
Hi, I'm Natalie Shears. I'm the program director at Camp Shalom. And Natalie's going to talk about how it kind of created a community with the Charity Bibs.
Yeah, so I worked at Camp Shalom Christian Summer Camp up in Maquoketa for about 6 summers. Had a really tough time ending my summer camp years and needed to be involved in some way. And so the way that kind of ended up happening is finding a way to get old staff members who are no longer working at the camp anymore involved with camp and contributing in some way. And so one way that we talked about that was doing a staff alumni group. And so the really big project that launched that group was participating in the Quad Cities Marathon's Charity Bib program. So we had a really great turnout. We had about like 10 to 12 runners, and a really cool part of that is that we got to partner staff alumni with current summer staff. They did a lot of the fundraising, but then our current summer staff did the actual running. So it was a really good way that old staff and also the current staff could connect and talk about the great times at camp and just support Camp Shalom overall.
Yeah, and so with the about $10,000 that we raised, we are able to help keep camp affordable for campers. So not only do we do camp scholarships, our campership program, but we also are able to keep a lower cost for all of our campers that are attending. And so we do serve kids of all ages, but predominantly going into grades 2 through 12. And so we're able to get them out in nature, connect with each other. And yeah, we're just really fortunate that we were able to raise so much with the Charity Bib and help serve our mission. So thank you all. Thank you for all the donors and everybody for putting this together.
Thank you, Natalie and Natalie. Yes.
Quick parking announcement. We do have some folks that are out by the storage area. So if you do have a vehicle that's right by the storage area, please check your vehicle. It's not allowing folks to get into the storage area. Thanks.
You know what that reminds me of? Some of you can't relate or understand, but back in the Woodstock days, they stopped the concert and they asked people that were dancing in the puddles to get out of the puddles because of the concert and all the electrical wires. Anyway, I shouldn't have said that, but that's what that reminds me of. Yeah, you weren't born yet. So, hey, you guys, we've got some great programs. Another great program that we have is Pacers. Nobody does it better than our beautiful and wonderful. Say a few words about the Pacer program, because this is top notch what she's doing here for us.
Thanks so much, Joe. I am thrilled to be with all of you today representing the Quad City Marathon Pacers, who are sponsored by Rilco Safety Supply right here in Bettendorf, Iowa. And I know that I might be a little biased, but I am confident in telling you that our PACE team is one of the best. These are volunteer athletes who just
dedication, perseverance, and community spirit like nobody else. They train tirelessly all year long to help other people achieve their personal best. And whether you're a seasoned marathoner or a first-time participant, you're gonna find that our pacers are there to support you every step of the way. Cross that finish line like you hoped you would. And they're also gonna do it with a smile, telling dad jokes, holding a really obnoxious sign in the air. And if you're my friend Phil or my friend Matt, you'll be casually running a 6:52-minute mile while you're doing it. And we certainly could not do what we do without our sponsor, Jeff Miller from Rilco Safety Supply. Not only is Rilco dedicated to keeping our communities and our workplaces safe, Jeff and his Rilco team make it possible for the Quad City Marathon Pacers to perform at such a high level. And I'm not talking about the nature's treatment, high level. But no, in all seriousness, Rilco's support of the PACE team is really just a testament to their belief in the power of teamwork and supporting our Quad City community. So I believe we're making a big difference at this race. And so I'd ask that for all of you who are spectating to please cheer on your pacers, thanking Rilco for their generous support as you enjoy the amazing event that is the Quad Cities Marathon. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Brooke. Thank you so much. She does a great job. One more in our program menu, and that is the mile markers. If anybody is interested in sponsoring a mile marker, we have the Minister of Miles, Brett Jackson, right here. This guy is amazing. So we have mile markers. Any sponsors that want to have their logo out on the course, that's the man to talk to right there. Thank you for everything you do there, buddy. Next, I would like to introduce our guests, our sponsors, our presenting sponsors that are sitting behind me. And there's a few more that couldn't make it, but I'm so honored that you're all here. And starting off with Phil Young from Fleet Feet. This guy, talk about enthusiasm and ingenuity and creative ideas and just being there from start to finish. Phil Young does it all. He's the highest motivator in our community when it comes to, I don't mean high like that high we were talking about. He does so much for us, sponsors the Shakeout Run, does so much. So Felipe, would you say a few words, please?
I have had 1 beer and 0 lunches. We're doing okay. It's going fine. She's into that. Yeah, thanks for having us, Joe. This is always a fun moment. I was just remarking earlier, I can't believe it's like that we're here again. I feel like we were just here a year ago, and then the year just rips through. For us at Fleet Feet, this is our 10th year being involved with the Quad Cities Marathon and being in market, which I also don't believe, so that's a fun one. I'll say it again, last year I think this is basically all I said besides being pissed about the weed guy, because his speech was better than mine, but we just feel so aligned with the Quad Cities Marathon, it's true. It's true. With this organization, with its mission, with the things that it stands for, it just makes sense for a brand like ours, not only being in the running space, wanting to build community and serve people, pursue excellence, and be a cheerleader for everybody. Those are just things that matter to us as well. So it's easy to come back. It's easy to show up for Joe. I even wrote my speech on yellow paper with red pen. If you know, you know. Thank you. That's great. See, he knows that this has fallen flat, and so he's trying to help with the claps. What else did I write in here? A lot in common. We're both tall and have beautiful hair. Actually, and we're both immortalized on a poster now, which is pretty fantastic. But also, if you think I'm charismatic or like I lead from out front, then we have those things in common. But something just to note is that this event does not, you know, Joe's a visionary. Joe's got the ideas. He's the face. He tells the jokes. He pours himself a beer and then forgets that he did. And what was in that? And but anyway, it's everybody else that. Forgive me, Joe. It's everybody else that does the work. So certainly do thank a committee member, a volunteer, a pacer, a sponsor. This stuff does not go on without that group of people. What else do I have here? That's probably it. Listen, if you want to run the Quad Cities' second best half marathon, that's a plug. It's Monday. It's called the Quad Cities Running Festival, and there's going to be a tailwind. Yeah. So you should get signed up. And then if you want to train, if you're, I don't know, if you came here on accident, like you normally just drink beers at 2 on Thursday, we're having a marathon, and you should train for it with us. The Corn Belt Running Club has a great training program. Fleet Feet, we also have a training program. There's different days you can pick and choose, but we'll be starting second week of June with all kinds of help getting people ready for the half and the full marathon. So get on the website, click some buttons, sign up, and we'll help you get ready. Camp Shalom, that was cool. My kids are at Camp Shalom, so it's like a big circle, but it's great. So we're excited to hear that. What else? Ed Sheeran? Yeah, that's great. I love that song. The first verse, the kid, he falls down, he breaks his arm, running from his brother and his friends. It's all about home. And then I'll leave you with this. Joe, I think next year's t-shirt is going to have this quote that you just spoke into existence about 20 minutes ago. We want to be better than okay. The Quad Cities Marathon.
Thank you, Felipe. In their third year as a sponsor of the 10K, Jim Lynn from XPAC. Thank you, Jim. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you all the rest of the sponsors. I promise not to be as funny or talk as long as Phil there. But no, XPAC, as Joe mentioned, we're in our third year of the sponsorship of the 10K, and we couldn't be more excited to be part of this community, part of the running community in the Quad City, part of just the Quad Cities in general. Earlier, we've seen a growth in the running of the 10K, about 25%. This year, we're hoping to be about 400 runners or more. So if you haven't signed up or you want or know someone that could run that 10K distance, have them sign up, have them join us. That's really all we have to say. We're thankful to be here, and we hope that everybody else enjoys the weekend. Thank everybody for making the race weekend, such a great success and really a focal point for the Quad City area.
Thank you. Next, my dear friend from Rock Valley Physical Therapy. They don't do psychology, but they do everything else, is my good friend Danny Fleener.
Thanks, Joe. All right, we've been doing this a long time. I think, 15, 16, 17 years? I don't know, something like that. All I know is Joe had hair. I don't think it was his Woodstock hair. I wasn't there for that, but he had hair. We do this every year because we feel it really fits us, right? It's everything we believe in: movement, community, and pushing for something better and doing it together. Since last kickoff, this is like my start of running season. It's year long, but this is the kickoff, and it's kind of my calendar year starts today. And since the last time we were here, Rock Valley was able to celebrate our 40th anniversary of Making Better Lives. We were also able to expand to our 4th state. So now we're in 4 states, including South Dakota. Now, during all this growth and celebration, one thing that we continue to feel really important is to continue to be connected to our community, especially the Quad Cities. And so you'll see us, our therapists, and our other employees in Davenport, Bettendorf, Moline, Rock Island, and many other places. You'll also see us running on the running path. You'll also see us at the finish line cheering you on, because we are not just therapists, we're also, and we believe in what you guys are doing and what this community is doing. Outside of the clinic and outside of our 4 states and beyond the finish line, Rock Valley also believes in giving back to our community. And each year we try to find one great cause to give back to. This year we're partnering with other organizations across all 4 of our states to give back to veterans and make sure we serve those who have served us so well over the years. So, thank you. So whether you're running 1 mile or 26.2 or just coming to listen to the weed guy, because that's why I'm here, we are proud to be there with you on the race day, okay? So I want to thank all the organizers, the volunteers, the fellow sponsors, and every runner that makes this event so special. And we really hope you all rock your run. Thank you.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you. The weed guy. It's like, okay. Yeah. Next, I'd like to introduce a doctor that I just met today, and so grateful to have Unity Point Trinity on board. They've been with us from the beginning, and Dr. Sawards is here today. Would you come up and say a few words, please? Thank you so much.
Gosh, what an absolute honor to be here. My name is Rhonda Sawards. I'm an ER physician, and I also have this incredible honor of serving as the Chief of Staff for Unity Point in my current role. So I was kind of delegated this great job today on behalf of Unity Point. I am just super proud that Unity Point has been able to support the medical services of the Quad City Marathon since its inception. What an absolute honor and privilege for the Unity Point team. There will be quite a bit of us present for the marathon. My ER team has that great combination of with a little bit of insanity that a lot of runners have. So many of our own team members out on the course. So if somebody does collapse or there'll be a lot of us right there out on the course to hopefully scoop you up and come to your assistance. But there'll also be a great staff members at the finish line waiting for you to just give you a little bit of that encouragement. It's a judgment-free zone. It doesn't matter if you're first or last. If you're crying or on your knees at the end, we'll be there for you. And we are, once again, super excited to be a part of this incredible community, incredible team, and what an honor to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Doctor. I'm so proud of this next sponsor. Unfortunately, sponsors come and go. We had a sponsor that, after so many years, just moved on, trying different avenues. Without hesitation, Group O, who has been with us for many, many years as a sponsor, decided to step up, fill that void, take the bull by the horns. And by the way, not only is Group O involved every year as a sponsor, but they bring so many volunteers. And here today, from Group O is my friend Maria Ontiveros.
Thanks, Joe. As he said, my name is Maria Ontiveros. I'm the corporate community liaison with Group O. And like he said, we've been a part of the marathon for many years, as long as I can remember. We've been sponsoring employees to run and organizing volunteers for a water table. So this opportunity to increase our investment is really special. Even I remember as a teenager, a cross-country runner at Bettendorf High School, I was recruited to be a part of, thank you, be a part of Group O's relay team marathon. And looking back, that was such a formative experience for me and how I see the Quad Cities. as a teenager, I thought our community was small. So to see this enormous event where everyone's coming together was really cool for me. It was also the first time I had ever been on foot on one of our bridges. So to see the Mississippi River from that vantage point is really special, and it's cool that we are able to allow visitors to experience that as well. And I just think my experience highlights some of the great benefits of the Quad Cities Marathon. Getting Quad citizens healthy, increasing resident pride, and helping people experience the riverfront. Some people don't know this, but my grandfather, Bob Ontiveros, who founded Group O over 50 years ago now, he was a runner, a huge fan of Joe Marino, and unfortunately he battled prostate cancer at one point in his life. So there were a lot of synergies, and I think he'd be really excited that we were sponsoring the 5K. Group O's corporate providing opportunities, and the 5K absolutely provides for many people to participate in the marathon that normally wouldn't. So I hope to see everyone out there who didn't think that they were going to participate with me on the 5K. I'll be pushing my two kids in the double stroller since I've hung up my long distance running shoes long ago. And so, yeah, looking forward to seeing everyone this September. Thank you to Joe Marino, his team, all the volunteers. This is a huge endeavor, and we don't take it for granted. It's an enormous, important event for the Quad Cities. And I also want to recognize my team, some of my coworkers that are here today. Partnerships are all about people, and really blessed that we've had many employees over the years that have kept this partnership going. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Maria. She mentioned her grandfather, Bob, and I got to tell you, in 1996, I had this crazy idea to start a marathon, and he was one of the first ones to step up and say, if you do, I will help you, and he did. So it goes back really far. Thank you. Next, I'd like to introduce someone that I promised I would wear taller shoes or stand on a box or something, but Chris Radigan with Mel Foster Co. is here, and they've been a sponsor of the Mel Foster Half Marathon for a long time, and we just so appreciate your support, Chris. Yeah.
Thanks, Joe. Well, it's funny because Joe and I go way back too, in a different life of mine, so back to '96 when he was first trying to start the marathon. So I'm with Mel Foster, and at Mel Foster, one of the things we say is co is community. That's our big motto this year. We tie it with many different things, but events like this prove why. For over 10 years, we've actually been the half marathon sponsor of the Quad City Marathon. Because it brings neighborhoods together in powerful, positive ways. Kind of like Dave said, we're happy to bring people home, right? Make them feel at home. So whether you're running, cheering, or volunteering, thank you for showing what this community is all about. Extra shout out to Joe, to Mike, to Whitty, and all the volunteers that make this possible for a great event that we have. Mel Foster is proud to be part of something that unites and inspires many across the region. So we are just thrilled to be here and to sponsor. Thanks.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you so much. Hey, who wants to hear the weed guy? Okay, it sounds like, Patrick, I think they want you. Yeah. What is happening? I don't know. This is Patrick Adamson with Nature's Treatment. And Patrick, thank you so much for being here.
Tell you, this young man was in my kindergarten class. He was one of our favorite kids. It's comedy sports, and he came from Franklin, and there's Paula over there, Yes, he's a Franklinville boy. We love him. Thank you.
And now I sell weed for a living. Do you see the impact you had on the youth of America? Well, I'm going to take a moment now to collect everything I say that I just forgot now that my kindergarten teacher is here. And I am thrilled again. My name is Patrick Adamson from Nature's Treatment of Illinois at Milan. Thrilled again to be the sponsor of the post this year, and thank you so much for all of the accolades I received before I got here. I trust. Other than this room, nobody has higher expectations on my performance tonight than my wife. I promise. We are going tonight to be able, Mr. Mayor, also, I want to say it's a pleasure to see all of your citizens in a concentrated area in their own town. I usually see them in Milan. But if you guys recognize me, you don't have to say hi now. You can say hi later, you know? That's fine. But we are thrilled, and people think, why, though? Why? Why Nature's Treatment? Why does a cannabis dispensary want to be involved with the Quad City Marathon? And that's because of that one word that we've heard so often, community, right? We spend time at work. We spend time at home. But we oftentimes third place. And year after year after year after year of being a part of the party, I can see right now that these running groups, that this marathon, this is that third place. This is that community. The relationships are real. And we want to be able to help bond people together and to help heal people. And that's the spirit of cannabis community. And that's why it goes great together. We're also in it for high performance and high spirits. I promise you, we support joint health on the race course and off. Whether you're chasing a personal record or the munchies, we got you covered. It is important that we also recognize the great work and we build upon those things. I promise you one thing that won't change is Nature's Treatment will still provide brownies after the race, all right? Okay? So please know that this is a community event and your participation is so essential. And without that, we would not be able to continue to grow year after year. So continue to stay involved, continue to stay active, and thank you so much for supporting it once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you, Patrick. Just what we expected. Thank you. Next, my dear friend Kevin Nolan from Ecogistics. So Kevin sponsors the kickoff party at Bass Street Landing this year. So I think it's going to be a great party. Kevin, say a few words. Thank you so much for your support.
Appreciate it. I'm not sure to follow Patrick. I just told Mike. I just told. Please, I hope you're the one that follows him. And as soon as I put that out there, I follow him. So I'm not sure what happened to begin with. I don't know if there's segregation going on, but if you notice, there's some follicles missing here. You know, in this group right here, we can't put a full head of hair together amongst the five of us. It's a little concerning. Unbelievable. For any of those out in the audience who are fighting the same battle, it's over. So I'm the Eco Party Logistics in Moline. For you who say, what the hell does that mean? We're a travel agent for freight. For those of you who don't know what a travel agent is, you can see me at the bar afterwards. It's kind of like a Orbitz of sorts. We've got roughly 60 team members that we have on our team, and we support companies in moving their either raw materials into their manufacturing facilities or their finished goods out to their customers. That's what we do. We do that in about 37 states in the United States. So why are we here? Why are you all here? It's because of Joe, right? Whether you have a personal relationship with him or a professional relationship with him, you know it's the same. It's authentic. It's palpable. When you leave an experience with him, whether it be a 5-minute conversation or an hour-long conversation, you feel better for having been in his company. He's honorable, he's trustworthy, he's hardworking, and over he's just a great human being. So if you've got a glass, raise it up to Joe, if you would. Here's to Joe. All right. So my point in saying that is that we love supporting our third year of doing this, but frankly, if Joe said we're going to have a sand building contest, we'd support that too, because we're going to support anything that he puts on because we know that it makes the community better, stronger, and it builds this sense of community. It also helps that you're all here to participate and support that as well. When I thought about who are runners, what do runners, what are the characteristics that runners have? They're disciplined, they persevere, they're committed, they're mentally tough, they're goal-oriented, and they're community focused by and large. And those are the same attributes that we aspire to within our business. I don't know that we live up to the very highest standards in every one of those areas, but we certainly aspire to be great in all of those areas. So thank you again to all the organizers, to the runners, to the supporters for making this event a great part of the community. Thank you again.
Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that. Our final speaker today is our presenting sponsor, who's been with us for over 20 years, and just an amazing individual, a dear friend, and I don't believe, and I say this every year, we could have come without a presenting sponsor such as TBK Bank and John DeDonker. My friends, I urge you all to give John DeDonker, who believed in us when we went to him and we needed that type of support to take this to the next level. I urge you all to give him a big round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Great to be back among fellow runners. You know, I love three things. I love the Quad Cities. I love running. I love Mayor Bob. We are in his eminence's realm, by the way. So, Your Eminence, good to see you as always. But I also like beer. So there you go. You got all three covered. In fact, one of my favorite podcasts is called Crack a Brew with AJW. It's an ultra running, and they always talk about what beer they have. And if I've ever on it, I'm going to say I'm having a Crawford Heppenweisen, and I will just tell you, longer to learn how to say Heppenweisen than I prepared the speech. So don't be disappointed. I want to say thank Ian, not because he's sponsoring the event. I mean, he knows it's great. We drink beer, it's great. Lets me skip the bathroom. I look at the porta potty. I'm 60. I mean, I gotta go. I mean, I can't wait. I gotta run. And Ian always lets me like go right into the elite runners porta potty. And it's great looking at the faces of these Kenyans and Ethiopian elite runners as they see this 60-year-old bearded fat guy walking in. And Ian's like there, hey, he's really fast. He's really fast. He's really fast. And Ian, thank you, because without that, you know, that runners get nervous with these kind of things, and it could make for a very bad day. So in any case, this is the 24th year that I've had the privilege of being a part of this Quad City community that brings us all together. 13th year with TBK and Triumph, and we had 11 years with the National Bank before that, and it's just been a phenomenal partnership. And like Joe said, to watch the race grow, to see the same faces every year, new weed guy, new face. To this day, by the way, Mom thinks it was a vase with a watering spout. So let's just keep that between us, okay? Mom, on the uptake. You see LC in Milan, it's probably not me, okay? But it's been a great relationship. I want to thank the board of the marathon, the volunteers, Whitty. I got to say, I don't talk about it. The swag is great. I don't think I've ever brought this up, but one of the biggest fights my wife and I have every year is she says, your drawer is getting too heavy It has too many shirts in it. You need to get rid of your shirts. And I look at her and say, you cannot throw away a marathon shirt. I cannot give this away to charity. So we finally have agreed to a shrink wrap bag version that then goes into storage, because I have 24 years. I've got cotton marathon shirts, if you can believe that. We're into like crazy fibers now. I don't want to know what they're made of, but crazy fibers. But the swag in this event is great. I've got my medals hanging in my exercise room. And every day, you know, we've had Bart Yasso in past years as a speaker. And Bart said, the day I started running is the day I started dreaming. And running does so much, and it's such a feeling of accomplishment, whether it's your first 1K, 5K, 10K, whatever it can be. When you decide I'm going to get off the couch, and there's nothing wrong with the couch, by the way, but when you decide to get off the couch and do something good for yourself, and the results are amazing. And when Bart said, you start running, you start dreaming, I solve the world's problems every day when I'm on my run, and I just have myself to think, endorphins kick in, and the wonderful feeling you get. So I love running. I love the Quad Cities. I've lived in all 5 of the 4 Quad Cities, as you know, Your Eminence. I'm not part of your realm anymore. But anything we can do to make the Quad Cities a better place, I'm all aboard. The bank is all aboard for it. And so here's to another great. Next year will be my 25th marathon, a little bigger year for me, but this will be number 24. So say hello when you see us on the course. I'll be thanking you volunteers for doing this. And wonderful event. Thank you so much. Joe, I love you. You're my brother from another mother.
Thank you, John DeDonker. Hey, everybody, it's been fun. It's been really fun. I'm so grateful and thankful that you're all here. If we didn't call you out, don't feel that we don't appreciate you. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I'm so grateful that you're supporting us. The TBK Quad Cities Marathon is a beautiful thing, as you've heard. The Midwest charm, the courses that we have, the money that we raise and reinvest. It's a good thing. So finally, I want to close with this. Hello. I want to close with this. This year, at the finish line, I want to encourage you all to be there and help us celebrate something that happened 25 years ago. It is going to be our 28th anniversary here. But this couple right here, Patrick and Clara DeCosta, they met at the marathon. They dated and they got married at the marathon start line 25 years ago. So let's have a celebration this year in honor of them. 25 years, thank you. Have a great night, you guys. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. I'm sorry it took so long, Mayor. Yeah, Danny, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Chris, thank you so much. Appreciate it.